Hey guys, what's up? My name is Tom Spark and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Mozilla. Now Mozilla is laying off 250 people. They already laid off 70 people in January. So what the heck is going on? So I found this article and it's talking about how Mozilla is laying off 250 people, about a quarter of its workforce. Apparently, after the layoffs, the company will now have around 750 employees, which is still quite a lot. However, according to Mozilla, the coronavirus has significantly impacted their revenue. As a pre-COVID plan, it's no longer workable. This is kind of weird to me because honestly, I think one of the segments of the marketplace that have done the best during the coronavirus are the tech companies that are primarily online. I know my YouTube channel has been doing pretty well. Sure, ad revenue went down a little bit, but more people started buying VPNs, more people are using the internet, more people are using browsers and stuff like that. So you'd think that their revenue would go up. However, advertising and stuff like that definitely took a hit, and that actually does seem to be like a significant part of their revenue because most of their revenue comes from search engine providers paying to be the default in Firefox, which is kind of funny because a lot of people praise Firefox as being the most secure and private browser out of all of them when they make most of their money just from Google paying to be the default one probably. Apparently now Mozilla plans to focus on different products like Pocket, its like bookmark service, its newly made VPN service, VR chat hubs, and more security privacy tools. They plan to have a stronger focus on user growth through differentiated user experiences. So it's kind of interesting to think about this in a lot of ways. I know a lot of people I've seen in the privacy community, they think that Firefox is a default option. A hardened Firefox is often kind of touted as the best secure and private way to use the internet. However, even in my research, I've found a lot of flaws and vulnerabilities with Mozilla Firefox that a lot of people don't talk about. Just last month, I covered a huge bug with Mozilla where search queries were being leaked to your ISPs. So essentially, if you would type in the address bar, hot babe, one word, then your ISP would know you're searching for hot babe. It would only select certain words, and that's a pretty bad bug. It probably does have something to do with the fact that Mozilla is starting to lose some market share. It's starting to lose some capability of its product to stay secure and private. A lot of people do, like I said, like Firefox because you can customize it a lot and remove a lot of the default configurations that aren't private. However, even still, using a browser that defaults stuff to Google, defaults all these other things that you have to remove, it's not that private in my opinion. I've never really been a huge Firefox fan. I think it's slower than other browsers. I think some of the stuff with it is kind of clunky. It doesn't work as good with some websites. I do think it's a decent browser, and I do think the company behind it seems to have good intentions. But even now, it seems like they are struggling, and it doesn't seem good because according to this thread I found, apparently Firefox has now killed the entire threat management team. Mozilla is now without detection and incident response. Tristan, Alyssa, Lucius, even our new director are gone. So that doesn't spell good things for Firefox's security kind of and integrity as a secure product. To fire the entire threat management team is very off-putting, especially if you care about privacy and security. Some of these things say, what the fuck? Tristan was holding the whole team together. Some of these people are trying to help people get jobs or something like that. It is interesting to kind of think about this as well. Within the context of the pandemic, a lot of companies have kind of started dying. A lot of companies that haven't been doing well, it kind of accelerated the path of these companies. Mozilla, in a lot of ways, has been laying off employees for a long time. I remember even like 5 years ago, they were laying off employees. All these failed products like the Firefox phone and stuff like that. It just kind of, I don't know, maybe it's time for Mozilla finally to die. We see products like Mozilla Firefox coming up, but even that is pretty lackluster. It's not as good as Molvad, using the same kind of service and stuff like that, but lacking a lot of the customization and reasons you use Molvad. It's just kind of like a Molvad Lite in some ways, even the same price and everything. Molvad people aren't really going to be motivated to try Firefox's VPN since it's pretty much just the same thing. Some people might like it who never tried VPN before or something like that. But even then, it's not that good for streaming and stuff like that. It's not the best VPN. It's just kind of fine. Like I said, Molvad Lite. But, what kind of browser should we be using going forward? I think Brave is a good option. And then the ecosystem itself with the ads and stuff like that get served up do generate their money. I think that is pretty smart that they designed that inside the Brave browser. Some other browsers like Chromium and Iridium, they're either not open source, they're not updated all the time. So there are problems. At the end of the day, at least Brave is open source, and it does seem to be doing pretty good. They do have a lot of downloads and stuff like that. It's gaining some traction, and I've seen people talk about one reason Firefox isn't doing well is because it's not Chromium based, which is more trending nowadays. I think it's faster and stuff like that could be one reason. So we'll have to see, you know, what kind of marketplace browsers kind of eventually turn into. I would say a lot of people are probably using Edge. A lot of people are still using Chrome. A lot of people are using Safari. Brave is probably the de facto private browser now, I think, especially with Mozilla kind of dying a little bit here. It will be interesting to see if Brave can keep going pretty strong. I know they've had a little bit of incidents here and there, accidentally auto-completing people to their affiliate links and stuff like that, which they did remove. I do think they have some good fundamentals, like open source and some auto default configurations that give you a little bit more privacy than other browsers is a good start. If you guys want to support the channel, click on my link down in the description down below. Let me know what you think of this one, guys, and I'll see you again on the next video very soon.